What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news video, and I'm very excited, as you can see, because there has been reports coming from France that Lille are holding a meeting today to discuss proposals from as many as 4 clubs for Nicolas Pepe, the Lille superstar, who is weighing up his options after his team Ivory Coast got eliminated from the Africa Cup of Nations. So if you are excited about this news, and we will talk in detail about this and how likely it is that Jurgen Klopp will sign Nicolas Pepe, because according to RMC Sport, who is a French news outlet, they are claiming that Jurgen Klopp has made signing Nicolas Pepe his big priority before the season begins. So if you are excited about that, leave a like on this video and let me know in the comments below how much should Liverpool pay for Nicolas Pepe. According to ESPN, he's rated about 70 million euros, that's like 63 million pounds, and according to the reports, Liverpool are still heavily interested in Nicolas Pepe, who can play anywhere in the front three. And I'm very excited about this guy because he scored 23 goals and got 12 assists in just 41 games last season for Lille, and those are very impressive numbers. And Liverpool have the space in the squad for Nicolas Pepe. We lost Daniel Sturridge already, so I think this guy could be the perfect replacement. And as I said, he can play anywhere across the front three, so this could be a very exciting transfer. And also in this video we will talk about Jurgen Klopp and his comments on the transfer window. So Jurgen Klopp gave a detailed interview on Liverpool's transfer window and what we can expect. So stay tuned, listen to this video until the end, so you find out what Jurgen Klopp said about the transfer window. And Liverpool are battling with the likes of Arsenal, Inter Milan, and even Atletico Madrid and Bayern Munich for this big player, Nicolas Pepe. And I would be ecstatic if we signed him. I think he is the guy who could light up the Premier League, and also who could bring a much needed squad depth to the Liverpool front line. Because let's be honest, even if Origi is now almost like a club legend, a cult hero, he's not as good as Firmino, Mane or Salah. But this guy, Nicolas Pepe, could be as good as those guys. He's very similar to Sadio Mane in that he can play in that left wing position, he can play up front, he can even play as a right winger. He is fast, skillful, he has a good ball control, he can go past people, he's a very strong big player as well, and he has an eye for goal. You don't score 23 goals in total, and also he scored the second most goals in the French league behind Mbappe, which is very exciting. And L'Equipe claims that Liverpool made actually already an offer for Nicolas Pepe to Lille, his club. And also Pepe is weighing up his options. So the reason why Pepe hasn't decided on his future is because he wants to talk to each individual club and see which position they would play him in, and also what role they want to give him for next season and for the next 2 or 3 years. And according to the newspapers, Nicolas Pepe and his agent and representatives, his entourage if you like, requested a meeting with Jurgen Klopp and also with the other managers of those top clubs that are interested in him. So that could include, Bayern Munich manager Niko Kovac, Arsenal manager Unai Emery, but Jurgen Klopp as well. Nicolas Pepe is very smart going about this. He's 24 years old. He knows that this move is potentially the biggest decision of his footballing career, one of the biggest decisions of his whole life. So he wants to get it right, and the reason why he is seeking these meetings with each manager is that he wants assurances from each coach and discuss what their plans for himself are, and also what are the plans for the club that they are managing. And I think this is how you should go about things. You should not rush the transfer decision. You shouldn't be emotional about it. You should be weighing up the facts, the pros and cons, everything. And I think Nicolas Pepe would be perfect for the Premier League. He is very strong physically, very fast, and he would excel in the Premier League. I don't think Arsenal have a chance of signing him if Liverpool are serious about him, or even if Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich are serious about him. Arsenal are at the moment level below those clubs. Nicolas Pepe's agent Samir Kiat has actually further fueled talk of Nicolas Pepe's exit in an interview on French TV. This is what he said: Nicolas Pepe is open to everything. The aim is for him to sign in the right place. Paris Saint-Germain is a possibility, but today all parties need to reach an agreement. There are exchanges and discussions. He's wanted by a considerable number of clubs. For him, the most important thing is to be wanted and to go to a good club in which he will play and continue to progress. And I think Liverpool will need to act fast, because if Paris Saint-Germain lose Neymar, for example, they will definitely go for Nicolas Pepe. At the moment, they don't really need Nicolas Pepe, but Neymar is edging closer and closer to a transfer to Barcelona. And if Neymar goes to Barcelona, that will be like the first big domino falling in the transfer window, and that will probably result in a chain reaction of many big transfers happening in the rest of the transfer window. But actually, let's listen to Jurgen Klopp himself and what he said about Liverpool's transfer window. And this is what he said in Indiana, because Liverpool already touched down in the USA. This is what he said: we are pretty relaxed in that we will see what's coming up. How I said, it will not be the biggest transfer window of Liverpool FC. We invested a lot in the team in the last 2 years, I would say. We cannot spend every year in the same manner. I don't think any Liverpool fan is expecting Liverpool to spend 175 million pounds every summer. What we expect is Liverpool to try and keep improving every season, and just 1 or 2 transfers could really reignite the spark even more in the squad, and it would also give a massive boost to the fan base, to Liverpool fans. They would be even more excited for the new season to come. And this is what Jurgen Klopp continued with, and I quote: people talk about it like, now let's spend another 300 million or 200 million. There are maybe only 2 clubs in the world, it looks like in the moment, like Barcelona and Real Madrid, who can do the same. Man City and Paris Saint-Germain, that they can do it every year, but we are fine. I'm happy with the team, we are really happy. We have to see if we maybe find one position, if we find something for it, but there's no real pressure, because it's not about signing a player. We have solutions for all the situations. Do we have exactly the solution that everybody from outside would be 100% happy? I don't think so, because people want to have world class here, and the guy on the bench has to be world class as well. That's not so easy, but we are of course working on it. On the outside, on the outgoing side, we are relaxed. The young boys are here and they enjoyed working with us a lot. Do not forget Naby Keita and Shaqiri are injured still, and they are not here with us. Players will come back. I'm really looking forward to the season. It will be really exciting again. So Jurgen Klopp here is confirming that Liverpool are looking to sign a player for one position, but he didn't actually specify which position it is. So it could be left back, it could be attacking midfield, it could be left wing. So I'm really excited about this. Liverpool are definitely looking in the market, but I don't think we want to overpay for any of the players that we sign. Liverpool want to be smart in the transfer market, and Jurgen Klopp is right. Liverpool can't drop 150, 200 million pounds every transfer window. Only Real Madrid and Barcelona can do it, and recently Man City and Paris Saint-Germain have been doing it as well because of their rich owners. But Liverpool have to be sensible, and I will be honest, I would be happy if Liverpool signed just Nicolas Pepe or just Coutinho, one player who really makes a difference and who improves the squad even more. Because if Liverpool don't sign anybody and we don't win the Premier League, it will be again a tough pill to swallow for Liverpool fans. I'm not saying that Liverpool fans expect Liverpool to win the Premier League, but we are so desperate to do it, and it has been 30 years since Liverpool have done it. So I really hope that Liverpool don't just sit on their hands and then do nothing in the transfer window, because all the other top clubs are strengthening, and if you do nothing you will be left behind. Even though right now Liverpool have one of the strongest squads in world football, it would be just mind-blowing to think that Liverpool are probably the most attractive club in the world right now, because we are the European champions, we won the Champions League, and to not capitalize on that and attract the kind of players that we could attract, it would be very disappointing, I have to say. And I really hope that Liverpool go in for Nicolas Pepe or another big player, because I think with a big signing, the Liverpool fans would be so much happier and excited and calmer about the new season, and also we will have a better chance to win trophies, and that's the ultimate goal in my opinion. Also, Jurgen Klopp gave a very detailed interview on Ryan Brewster and his future at Liverpool FC, and I'm very excited to share this with you guys. This is what he said about Ryan Brewster. You know how it is in football, it's pre-season. Ryan is still very young. He has expectations, I have expectations, he has expectations, and that's good. It's absolutely good. The thing is, the Premier League is the Premier League. We need to make sure he is ready for that. We think he's ready, to be honest, but we have to see when and how often we play him and stuff like this. He was injured for a long time. He's a fantastic footballer. We fought really hard to get him and keeping him and all that stuff. Now he's here. I think he sees the chance is there, and that's very good. He's an exceptionally good boy and a player, and I'm really excited about the future, but there is no pressure at all on him. The big guns are not in, and we are all focused and the boys and the stuff like that, but don't put pressure on him. I think he can deal with it because he's a really confident boy, but to be a real Premier League striker, you have to miss a chance in front of 50,000 people, hear the noise, feeling the importance. And then if you go again, you have a good chance to be a really big gun. And I think that's a very good point. You have to be mentally very strong and also very confident in your own ability, that if you miss such a big chance in a big game in front of 50,000 people, and you hear the disappointment, the roar, the size of the Liverpool fans, and then you can go again and go into the next chance feeling as confident as before, I think that's what separates the great players and the big talents who never make it in the Premier League. And I think Jurgen Klopp is right about that. So let's hope that Ryan Brewster takes his chance with both of his hands. I really hope that he does, because he is just such a great character, and I wish him all the best. Kenny McKenna, the first manager to face Liverpool after they won the Champions League in 2005, he has told the Liverpool Echo that this current Liverpool team is better than that team who won the trophy in Istanbul, and I think that's a no-brainer, because that team, it was a miracle that team won the Champions League. This Liverpool team, they were one of the 6 or 7 big contenders to win the Champions League. I don't think anybody in 2004, when the season began, thought that Liverpool had a chance of winning the Champions League. But this last season that just finished, I think many people thought that Liverpool have a chance of winning the Champions League. I mean, we made the final the season before that. So this is what McKenna said. The game has got a little bit better over that period of time since 2005. I think that the side they have got now have been fantastic. Liverpool were excellent in the Premier League and were really unlucky. It was only a brilliant run of results from Man City that upset them, winning 14 games in a row. You've got to take your hat off to them. The game against Barcelona at home was unbelievable. For any side to beat Barcelona 4-0 must be a special team, and they've got a really good manager. That's just my comment, and we did it without Firmino and without Mohamed Salah, so that makes it an even better achievement. You've got to take your hat off to Liverpool. Liverpool deserved to win something, and I would have this team as being much better than their side of 2005. Gerrard scored 5 goals against us over the 2 games. I still think we caught them at a good time though. They were only just starting their pre-season, and we were probably slightly ahead of them in our preparations, as we were used to being in the competition at that early stage. Had we played them a bit later on, we might have run the risk of having double figures against you. I think he was the manager of TNS, which is a Welsh club, and they are as good as maybe a 4th or 5th division English club. So yeah, it wasn't a big surprise that that Liverpool stuffed them. I think we won both games 3-0 if I remember correctly. And Marco Reus, who had a very close relationship with Jurgen Klopp at Borussia Dortmund, came out with a very interesting statement that Jurgen Klopp was such an animal at Borussia Dortmund when he was the manager there. This is what he said: "Oh my god, Jurgen was such an animal. You only knew somebody like him from TV. If Jurgen sits in front of you with his aura, with his aggressiveness, which he radiates even when speaking, with his size, then that is quite impressive. Even the way he talks to you, this is rarely the case in a professional business. He pulls you under his spell and will not let you go. I left the conversation with a fluttering heart. He was definitely one of the reasons why I signed with Borussia Dortmund." And I think that makes Jurgen Klopp a very unique manager. How many managers you hear that about if other players are talking about their managers? There are not that many managers who touch the players in their heart when they speak. And the way that Jurgen Klopp can motivate his players, I think he's one of the best managers in world football. That's pretty obvious now, I think, after, you know, he won the Champions League with Liverpool. But I think his biggest challenge is to overcome Guardiola and Manchester City with almost unlimited resources and with the perfect, almost perfect squad that Man City have. Now that they signed Rodri, they are even stronger. And that's why I want Liverpool to spend a little bit more money. That's why I want Liverpool to strengthen, because we are up against potentially the best and biggest squad in world football, and Man City will be almost perfect in the Premier League, so Liverpool have to be the same. I trust Jurgen Klopp and his judgment, but I just don't want Liverpool to have any regrets, because after August the 8th we can't sign any player until January, and if we have a big injury to Mane or Salah or Firmino, we will struggle. If we have a big injury to Alisson or Van Dijk, we will struggle. I'm not saying we will struggle to finish in the top 4. I'm just saying we will struggle to keep up with Manchester City, who have an almost perfect squad. But that's just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments below. And Wayne Rooney had to admit that Jurgen Klopp is one of the best managers in the world. This is what he said in an interview. Jurgen is a coach every professional would like to play for. You can tell his players how much fun they have with him. I've met him a couple of times. He's a great person. His only mistake is that he works at Liverpool and has success there. That's it. Of course, him being an Evertonian and a Manchester United ex-player saying that, but even Wayne Rooney, who absolutely hates Liverpool, respects Jurgen Klopp. This is what he said: "I have great respect for Jurgen Klopp and what he has done so far, not only in Liverpool but also in Dortmund. He has the best years ahead of him." And I think he's referring to the fact that this Liverpool team is still young. The core of this team can stay together for the next 5 years. The only players that I can't see Liverpool keeping for 5 years are maybe Milner and Henderson. But all the other key players that Liverpool have, they can stay together for 5 years. And imagine how many trophies Liverpool can win in the next 5 years, especially if we keep strengthening the transfer market. I really hope that we do. Bayern Munich goalkeeper Manuel Neuer admitted that the Liverpool game at the Allianz Arena, where Liverpool thrashed Bayern Munich 3-1, still haunts him. This is what he said: "Last season we played against a very good Liverpool team, the winner of the Champions League. Next season we are so motivated to go on in the Champions League and to go to the final and win it again, but it will be very hard and strong. We know it, but we have our goals as well." I think about both matches, because I think in 2 matches we get maybe 3 chances for us, and it is not Bayern Munich like. So we have to do it a little bit different in the next season. We have to create more chances and have better form in the future. Don't forget, Neuer, that you were up against probably one of the best defenses in Europe in Liverpool's defense. So that's why you could only create like 3 chances across the 2 games. And I'm just really happy that Liverpool are now back among the best teams in Europe. Bayern Munich were actually afraid to attack Liverpool because of the counter-attacks and because of how fast our attacking players are. That's one of the reasons why Bayern only created 2 or 3 chances against Liverpool. They were actually visibly frightened of Liverpool, and I never saw that before from a Bayern Munich team. Even against Real Madrid or Barcelona, they didn't play like they were afraid, but against Liverpool they did. And that was the biggest compliment that Liverpool could have had. Anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.